Okay, at 6 o'clock, we're gonna call the hearing to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll? And when you are done, please read the
The special notice,
special notice.
yes. Sheasley,
Here.
Fisher,
Here.
Roundstraw is excused, Mylum,
Here,
and Council President, Cook is excused as well.
thank you. Will you please read the?
Yes, special meeting of the Common Council to the members of the Common Council of the City of Tonawanda, New York. Pursuant to the power vested in me by Article 2, Division 3, Section 2.048 of the City Charter of the City of Tonawanda, adopted January 1st, 2023. I hereby call a special meeting of the Common Council of the City of Tonawanda to be held at the council chambers in the City Hall of Tonawanda, New York, on the 12th day of November 2025 at 6 p.m. Said meeting is being called for the purpose of meeting with the city treasurer and such other business as may properly come before the council.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe anybody from the mayor's office,
Is it a third?
is the administrative assistant, anybody?
Is it a third?
The mayor's out of town.
Well, administrative assistant, or any representative that they could send.
I'm
Did they
not
notify
aware.
you that they were gonna send anybody?
I wasn't made aware of anyone attending from the
City
mayor's.
attorney, deputy city attorney, anybody? Yeah, it's almost like they didn't take this serious. Illegal meeting.
There's no comment from the public.
So, Adam? What do you think? We're not gonna be able to amend anything. Because, you don't have the mayor here to. We don't have a mayor representative, we don't have a city attorney, we don't have a deputy city attorney, what do you guys got, what you see here? I can tell you what I'm looking at moving forward. For, one of the things I spoke with the assessor on, we don't need the 100,000 for the assessment this year. We can move that to 2026, 427. We don't need to do that 25 or 26, so that's gonna be one of the things I read a resolution on. To, remove that $100,000 into that professional services loan. Under professionals, I'm sorry, reassessment project.
Yeah.
A 0013550462, reassessment project, 100,000. We read a resolution amended to zero it out. The other one I was looking at was youth board professional services salaries, 5,100. So that's almost like a pass through, how the money goes through basically someone's pocket and then into the youth. We could streamline that, send it right to a line called something like youth equipment, arts and craft supplies, right? Adam, is that true? We could create a line like that?
Yeah, I mean, we have a line within the parks department already.
Well, we want to make sure it's designated for the youth board. We want to make sure the youth board gets to
so,
use.
I mean, we can either call it arts and craft supplies, or we can call it athletic equipment, whatever you want.
But specifically for the youth board.
Yeah.
And then we could just zero out the salary line and then move that into a youth equipment line. This way, and then, so let me ask you this, Adam.
Youth services
Services,
line.
two of them, all the ones as well.
Okay, so once we do that, the money that would be spent by the youth board, director, chair, whatever their title is. Once they spend that money, then they would have to come to you with receipts and get reimbursed, kind of like the cemetery committee does.
Yes.
Right, so that's how we ensure our youth are getting the best use of taxpayer dollars, right?
I agree.
I think that's the best way to go with that. So how does this normally work? We write a resolution to amend each individual line, we do one resolution encompassing all the changes we want to see, because I imagine they want to do changes too. Are we piggybacking on each other with one big resolution? Am I gonna do it individual? They're gonna do it individual?
Yeah, usually we do it all in one. To kind of streamline it, so there are 52 resolutions.
Right.
You know, this one's 57 cents and this one was.
Yeah. But the problem is, when it shows to a meeting, we have a problem having that conversation.
Correct. I would be in favor of having this discussion next week when they are here
On Tuesday,
on Tuesday. We have to.
let's do it. Well, not necessarily. Adam, correct me if I'm wrong. If we don't pass the budget on the 18th. It sunsets and we just use the old budget that's in place with the same.
I believe this budget that's in place. that's
Stays
on
in
the
place.
website right
So in
now,
theory, we can
stays.
kick this all the way to January 1 when we get our new mayor. And let our new mayor decide what to do with this.
I don't know if we wanna do
I
that.
don't
I'm not saying we
think,
want to, I'm saying in theory we could.
I mean, the same way you could once the budget's approved, council really holds the first string on the budget, you guys can
We just-
you guys could put a resolution through to amend the budget now, we could amend 25 budget right here, right now.
Talking last year's budget.
So the current budget we're working at right now.
Right, we can
the
still amend
council and
Right,
at
right.
their will, you know what I mean?
Right,
I think there's gonna be one coming, you know, for to move some of the police money around for the animal warden, you know, as council amending budget.
425 spot.
Yes, exactly. You know, anytime if we had to move money out of a salary line into, a different line and or it's gotta go from, you know, let's say it's going from, 3120 to 3510, you know what I mean? That needs council approval, but outside of that. The money is basically allocated more so to the department input, so the council can really amend the budget at any point throughout the whole year with resolution.
So just for transparency, I had a lengthy conversation, phone conversation with Jen this morning. She, she was very sick. But, I did want to honor the discussion we had, and she did mention that there are some things that she was in favor of cutting. Some places that she wanted to. look. It's not my liberty.
Yeah.
Mayor's on vacation tonight, so there's no mayor, no council present, and they're missing one council person. I'm shocked too, but they have to by law, by charter, or whatever.
Supplements. And I don't feel comfortable speaking for him. So my comfort level would be to let them have their say next week after the meeting.
6 o'clock.
We're at 6
At
o'clock.
6 o'clock, we'll start getting formal. Adam, are you gonna be available so we can come in there and start
I'll be
moving things around?
I just think it's fair to them to let them have say, because they did.
It's a big issue.
It's a huge issue and, you know, moving forward. I don't want them to say, either one of them to say, especially because Jen is gonna be here. Going forward for 2 years that she was not a part of the process. And I believe that we have to give them that grace and let them be here for that.
So, city clerk, can you do a resolution placeholder line for the 18th? For the amendments that will be forthcoming for the budget, and then at 6 o'clock when we come in, they can put their stuff on the record, I can reaffirm my line items that I wanna change. Then we can amend
Yes.
that night on the floor, that's
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah, I mean,
I believe that we would be able to do that. It's gonna take a quick turnaround, because we're gonna have to get that.
Until midnight.
No, we don't, we only get till 7 when we go on the floor.
No, we go on the floor at the conclusion of the informal, so the informal goes to 9:30.
True, but we do have to have that resolution written.
Written, well, placeholder for the resolution to amend with the following, and then we will amend that when the council president's here to add whatever lines people wanna see.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll say, and I did want to reach out too, because, one of, council president's ideas was to take a look at some of the fuel lines. And actually see, you know, what cost of fuel or projected cost and versus how much we've used and how much may be left over from last year. And that, I believe that line was about 100,000 for. I'm thinking off the top of my head.
Total is about 200.
200,
The three of them.
So-
It's all three combined. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
yeah,
133 was for unleaded, then you got your diesel, your maintenance, your gas.
We have two numbers, Nathan and Jen Green, Jen's in dispatch, Nathan's in parks.
it was in, I don't know if, I think we need to ask maybe, Mr. Franzak to come in and give some light on that. Because I believe that the cut was, I don't think that they can survive a 1/3 cut, and that was kind of the suggestion.
Oh, for fuel.
For fuel, that's, to me, that's a lot, especially when you see, what is today, the 12th, and they were plowing yesterday. I don't wanna get that close. So I think we need to have a couple more discussions.
Well, I'd like to invite someone to the floor if he's willing to come up, the chair of the city cemetery committee. Well, would you like to join us?
Well, there's really no,
Well, because you did have some great ideas on saving some money where we did like a shared services agreement where the city cemetery committee took over more of the mowing or more of the weed whacking, more of the fuel, different things with fundraising. You had some great ideas on how to save some money and still keep the great services for the cemetery.
Mr. Fisher.
Yeah.
We can't have comments from the public at this meeting.
Well, if we invite, if he's invited, I make a motion to invite the chair of this, it's not the public, it's the city cemetery chair. I make a motion to invite the city cemetery chair to the floor.
It's not a public hearing.
Yes, it's not fair. If I can speak, then everybody.
Well, you could,
I
well,
agree.
you're speaking on behalf of the city cemetery committee. If there's any other committee members here from other boards or other committees that would like to speak, that are chairs of them.
I'm just
You're the
saying,
liaison, so what I'm gonna ask you to do is reach out to them and bring that next week.
yeah,
Okay, I mean,
I can do
I understand,
I can do a 3-minute thing next Tuesday,
I understand,
allowed.
but
but if it's not fair for me to speak,
we have to
nobody
do it
else
for
can
everybody,
speak.
exactly. I just,
But I appreciate you all, Chris, I appreciate it.
All right, Ron, thank you. I just want to make sure the cemetery looks beautiful.
yeah, and I know, cause I know Mr. Snyder asked for more money. And I think that there's places that we can move, like, stuff from. And this is why I think we need to have DPW here in parks. Because if we're spending $30,000 on Sandy Loam,
Right.
do we really need 30,000, or can we make it 28,000 and send 2 over his way? Things like that, that can be reasonably discussed with the full council and mayor here. You know, apologies, everybody, we obviously came out for this to hear what was probably gonna be a longer meeting tonight, but you know, with Sean's issue, family issue, and Jenna being as sick as she is, I just don't think it's fair to them for us to kind of, for lack of a better term, bulldoze over top of them and make the decision on behalf of 3 people, one of them who's not even gonna be here. That's just my,
That's a wrap then.
all right, so
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn, second by Mr. Fisher. Thanks.
Hold.
Oh, call the roll, please.
Sure. Sheasley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Mylum.
Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, sirs. Sorry, people. You can't write this comedy.